Hey, quick question for you. Where do you fall on the list of all the things you do and take care of each day? When you think of the people that you prioritize the most, the situations, your family, your clients, your friends, your coworkers, your animals, where do you fall on that list? Where are you in the equation of your life? So, if you know me at all, you know that I love to ask questions, and to me, life is about getting curious. So, a few weeks ago, I realized I wasn't just near the bottom of my own list, I wasn't even like on the list. And so it really got me thinking. And I wanted to share this question with you. If you really take a look at your daily activities, how your day goes, one way you can get really honest with yourself about this is just what do you spend time on each day? That represents your priorities. If it doesn't actually line up with what you feel like you want to be your priority, for example, we all know how you might just grab the phone, checks one thing real quick, and then suddenly an hour or two has gone by, and you're like, what just happened? Is it a priority? And it's okay if it is. That, for example, social media is at the top of your list. If not, though, through this exercise, just seeing where your time, energy, resources go, you'll get a really good idea about where you're actually putting your priorities, where you're actually focusing on the equation that is your life. So, whether you want to play with the idea of like E equals MC squared, whatever, pick an equation and see if you are in that equation. A plus B plus C equals your life. Are you in there? So, here's a little story. This is what really kicked it all off for me. Even though I've been thinking about this stuff for a while, probably you have too. Read lots of books on this stuff, thought I was tuning in to this, but what stopped me cold and why I had to share this is um, I had this, I spent some time with a mentor recently. And in doing so, I had to make some decisions. If I was going to do this, I had to clear my schedule and then I had to fully be there because she was going to fully be there. We weren't in the same room, but we were having these interactions during this period of time, focusing in on dedicating time, space, energy to happen to be a business mentor. But what ended up happening, sorry, you might hear my dog. If you know me, a lot of times my dogs are right in here when I'm working and recording. Um, After spending this dedicated time, and I don't use that word lightly, which helped me to see that I don't actually dedicate much to what I say matters to me. Now, there are always things I'm going to take care of, just like you. Certain things, it's not going to change. Yep. We love our families. We're going to take care of our families. We love our dogs. We're going to take care of our dogs, our animals, our horses. I know some of you have horses, um, cats, whatever, gardening. You're going to take care of those things no matter what. And if they're already on your list and you're already doing them, that means you don't have to worry about them unless you want to maybe spend more time doing that or make something more efficient or um, bring somebody in to support you on that. Cool. That means it's already a priority. It's the other things that can kind of be surprising when we really look at it. So at the end of this dedicated time, I felt amazing. So that I thought, huh, that's interesting. Why did I feel so amazing? Well, I was faithful to what I said I was going to do. I committed some time. I showed up. I showed up 100%. And so did my mentor. That in and of itself, for an extended period of time, was very energizing. And a lot of clarity came out of that. So for the next 2 days, that clarity continued. This energetic frequency continued. It couldn't have just been chemical because it wasn't just like a feel-good hormone that, only lasts for a certain amount of time. Like a good 2 days afterwards, I was still in that energy. And so it really got me thinking. And during that time period when I was really in that energy, the decisions I was making, the way I was thinking, the I would say like how my mindset was interacting with my life, it was just all so in alignment. So it helped me to see, like sometimes when we have a contrasting experience, we can see like, oh, this feels better than this, which is what typically happens. What's the difference? And so that's what I've been playing with. And that's why I wanted to ask you where you are in the equation of your life. And when we say that we are stressed or we are drained or we are burnt out or we are overwhelmed, could it be that the very fact that we are not inserting ourselves, including ourselves in our life, that is what's causing these feelings of disconnect, these drains? I would just invite you to get curious if this sounds interesting at all, or if this sounds like anything that you have experienced yourself. And if not, then the great. This video is not for you. No worries. But when you say what matters most to me, and then you allow yourself to really get clear on that, and things might be more simple than you thought. And it's going to help you connect to your life philosophy in this season of life. So, a lot of times there's this word selfish thrown around, like we feel like we might be selfish if we are connecting with our own needs. And I would just invite you to look at that, see where that idea comes from. Does it actually ring true for you? My guess is I know that the people that I interact with, like you, are heart-centered people. So I am willing to wager that you are not selfish in the sense that you tend to think of it. In fact, you may have left yourself out, just like what I have been doing. So if you feel like you have spent years becoming exceptionally good at caring for everyone else, while quietly fading into the background of your own movie, then just continue to, kind of plant a seed with this. Doesn't mean anything has to shift right away, but let the seed be planted if this is of interest to you. Water it a little bit, tend it a little bit, and see what shows up for you. I don't think there's a perfect answer. I don't think there is such a thing as balance. I think there's something called harmony. I think there's something called alignment, resonance. The feeling of coherence, like when my mind and my heart and my will are all connected. So just remembering that you matter too. Your creativity, your joy, all of those things belong in the equation of your life. So, question to ponder, journal about. Maybe you like to think about these things as you walk. Maybe you like to think about them as you fall asleep or wake up. What would you change this week just consider it for the week. If you treated yourself like someone whose life mattered too. So, the realization that's opened up this whole new season of reflection for me, um, it just keeps, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Literally every day, I've had a new layer unfolding around this. And so, I'm going to be sharing more about what it means to live from your values instead of your obligations, and creating a space for a different way of living. And I'm also, part of how I'm showing up for myself is creating some videos like this. As you've known, when you've been receiving, if you're on my email list, you've been receiving emails that I have been doing more writing. And it's showing up to me that it'd be fun to, or it would be a challenge, it would be kind of an edge to do a little more of this as well. So when I work with this idea of where you fit in the equation of your life, I'm going to be doing it mostly in video form. So if this resonates with you, I would love for you to stay close. Click on the emails. You know, the Wednesday whispers already come as they are. You can expect that. These will likely come on a Tuesday or Thursday, just because I know when it gets close to the weekend, hey, that's your time. Um, so watch the videos, reflect with me, journal. If you are getting it through email, hit reply. Let me know what you think. If you're watching it on YouTube, leave a comment. I'd love to hear what is showing up for you around this idea. And if you are thinking, I know something is shifting in me and I'm not sure what comes next. Yeah, let's just have a conversation, whether it's, through the email, the comments, or hopping on a Zoom call sometime. Just no pressure. If anything like that calls to you, then I just invite you to follow your inspiration. So just recognizing that you belong in the life that you are creating is, in my mind, one of the biggest impacts you can leave on this world. And I can say, just even over the last couple of weeks, the way that I have felt more full on the inside rather than hollow on the inside, because I'm actually allowing the recognition, I'm allowing the inquiry into holding space for myself. Um, and it's really having an impact on myself. So if you can impact yourself first, imagine how you can impact the world around you. All right. Thank you for watching the video. And until next time, take good care.